Turns out if you're good at something, and there's other people who want to do that something, you can make a lot of money. Shocking, I know.
Wait, what? What? They're doing what? This situation.
Relax, it's actually not that shocking, honestly.
The World of Warcraft.
During his latest stream, Josito Jones admitted to making over $100,000 during BFA for selling WoW carries.
Nice.
He went on to say that he would charge a minimum of $50 an hour and work 14 to 15-hour days, but gave it up to focus on his stream.
Smart.
A minimum of 50 an hour. That's pretty good.
14, 15 hours a day, but I was actually making so much. 14, 15 hours a day, but I was actually making so much money every day.
Yep.
Wow.
On top of that, like adding it, like I had some people that will give me like bonuses, like if you secure me rank 1 this season, I will pay you a certain amount of money.
Yeah, true.
Or get me glad, I will pay you like certain amount of money plus the normal payment per hour.
Yeah, sure.
And also like selling my tunes that got rank 1. Or just even glad it was just extra money each season, so I was actually making so much money.
Yeah, this is normal. There's markets that do that right now. This is nothing new. This is commonplace, honestly.
Yep.
You know it, please?
Simple add-on manager. That's a cool add-on.
No, that's cool.
You can like sort.
I don't know how to mute it.
Wow.
Oh, that's his.
$100,000
Yeah,
in
that's a
just
lot.
BFA. Selling WoW
Yeah,
carries.
I was making, like easily over 100K.
Hey, there's a lot of people who want that represent and grind, honestly, to get that in.
Okay.
Jesus.
So, man, we have some fun stuff to talk about today, huh, boys? All right. So we just talked about gold buying, and they should ban people for that.
Well, let's see. So when did BFA come out and when did Shadowlands come out? Yeah, 2018. What day did BFA come out? So it was 25 months. Yeah, and I think it was like December or something like that for Shadowlands. So
2 years? He did that
about
for 2 years.
Let's just say 2 years. And we'll
So 50K, yeah, not bad. Not bad.
assume that he did not work for 1 month of those 2 years.
Okay.
Which is probably accurate, because if he's working 15, 14-hour days, he's probably doing this pretty much every single day. And so, yeah, let's assume...
Why do we need this assumption? We already know that he said he made up over 100K over BFA. Well, what's the point of this?
that he did it for 14 hours. So $14.
The calculator, eh?
14 hours. And then the amount of days, that'd be 2 years. So 730. Yeah, I think 730 days for 2 years.
Seems fine.
And so 14 times 730. So he
10K, yeah. Well, you could just round it to 10K and not even use a calculator.
worked for 10,000 hours. Holy shit. Now we'll look at how much money that would be. And so, like, if you work for 10,000 hours, so he was basically making $10 an hour. Like, I mean, it's actually super simple math, right? Because, like, $10 an hour at 10,000 hours, it's $100,000. Actually, yeah, it's super simple math. I don't need another calculator for that. We know that. So, like, it sounds like a lot of money, but that's $10 an hour. Said $50 an hour? He was charging $50 an hour? So this is...
Well, yeah. He said that himself. I don't understand. Well, I'm so confused about this big brain math that literally leads nowhere as always. How about you get a paint out and maybe then the world will become clear?
This is the thing that a lot of people don't really understand about service work. Whenever you pay a plumber to come to your house and the plumber fixes your problem in 1 hour, do you pay the plumber for the 1 hour or for the 20 years that they learned how to fix the problem in 1 hour? You see what I'm saying? So
No, I don't see what you're saying. No, this is not applicable to that.
obviously
Stop.
there is the case of both. It's their job. Yes, both. Right. But what I'm saying is that the amount of time that he was actually on the clock making $50 an hour probably was not the entirety of his time that he was doing things, because you're also soliciting those people. You're also talking to them. You're having conversations with them. You're figuring out payment. You're doing all kinds of other stuff involving them.
No, there's absolutely no reason to make it this deep, you know? If you are an established booster, gold, silver, or whatever, people are just gonna whisper you. That's pretty much it. He probably got whispers in game. He got probably DMs on Discord, Instagram, Twitter, whatever platforms he's on. And then people said, "Hey, I have you want to boost me for X amount of time on this day?" And he's like, "No, tomorrow, this time, take it or leave it, and that's it. Send money through PayPal, that's it." It doesn't need to be that deep.
Or playing the game and keeping up on it yourself in order to maintain that competitive edge so people continue paying you. So you say $50 an hour, you're absolutely right. That's an insane amount of money. But what I'm saying is that the actual service portion of doing this is not the majority of the time that he would be spending investing into this business. Does that make sense?
No, it doesn't. Obviously, if he's doing it for $14, $15 an hour, and he averages this to 50, that already includes all of it. He's already good enough to do this, so he had done it previously. He already knows. He's not a guy who went to a university, got a diploma, and then went working. This is not the same situation.
Sales, marketing, and other departments at the same time. Yes, exactly. Because like you do the math, right? And if he was making, like, you just do the math here. He made over 100K. Let's say it's again, it's $10 an hour at 10,000 hours.
Wait, what is this conversation? So he made 100K in 2 years. So, we can easily say that's 50K a year. And Asmongold is now trying to disprove that in actuality he made, what, like 5 pennies a year? Is that the point? Because are we going to start counting in when he started playing World of Warcraft, and we're going to use that as the real starting point of this venture? Why? It's so pointless.
If he's working 14 and 15-hour days. So he would have to be making, what do you call it? He would have been making $500,000, right? That's like literally a 5x multiplier. 50 an hour is not an insane amount of money. That's what I make, and it's just all right. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of, as I said, like, one of Cody's friends who was a lineman was getting paid $98 to be on call. He was sitting at home getting paid $98 a day. Or $98 an hour. So yeah, not insane. Yeah, I'm serious.
The reason a lineman, by the way, it's like, yeah, a lineman and, for example, a firefighter are pretty easy jobs when there's nothing going on. When typically people who fix, the electric lines and things like that get to work? When it's a hurricane outside. That's when they are actually called in to work, typically. When it's snowing, when you can't see anything, when it's pitch black, when you don't know if a branch is gonna fall on you. That's why they get paid a lot of money. And also, you need to be actually smart enough to do it. Well, if you're not smart enough to do it, you probably get fried. Well, no, actually, you probably just fall off because they turn off the electricity when you're working on the line. But, still, point being, well, actually, linemen don't even get the electricity turned off in some situations when they work. Crazy.
Yes, like there's a lot of really, like skilled labor like that you get paid a lot of money, man.
Yeah, no shit.
No, it's not out of touch at all. Like there's a lot of people that make that much money. Yeah, like I'm serious. Like there are.
Now we're talking about arena carries.
Most people don't make that much money.
Let me say this. Pretty much every streamer in the PvP section has sold carries at some point because they were all...
Of course.
We know that. That's not a secret. Yeah.
Thank you. Yep, true. Everybody knows it. Everybody in the PvP section, and I think a lot of the PvE players have all sold carries. And do you want to know why they sell carries? It's
because
a very simple answer.
Expensive and easy.
It's because they want money. and Blizzard doesn't ban them. If Blizzard banned all of the people from competing in the PvP tournaments that sold carries or did things for money, there wouldn't be any tournaments. Can the IRS?
I don't know. Well, Blizzard obviously won't ban them, but it's also actually kind of hard to find it out because, you know, if you're good enough, why would you not boost your friend, you know?
SGL boosters, no way they're paying tax. I don't know how a lot of people do this, but I process multiple tax returns from what I believe to be drug dealers. This is the way a lot of drug dealers look at that situation, okay?
137 million?
Yes, and if I don't pay up, I'll go to jail for tax evasion. I'm crazy enough to take on Batman, but the IRS, no, thank you.
Doesn't America have, like, the minimum amount you can make a year without being registered as a company, as anything, and still not pay taxes?
There it is. Yeah, they'll report it to the IRS. Absolutely, they will report it. Now, sometimes, you know...
Who's gonna report it to the IRS? Blizzard?
People like... And the reason why a lot of people are going to report it is because it's traceable money. Like, a lot of these people, like, they're actually receiving, you know, PayPal donations. They're receiving, you know, wire transfers, things like this. So, like, it's very easy to investigate.
He doesn't know what's a wire transfer, does he? Because then he would not say in the same sentence PayPal donations and wire transfers. Oof.
That and see if there's a discrepancy. Whereas, like, if you're getting paid in cash, then it's a lot easier to scam on your taxes because there's no paper trail.
Teenagers trying to make...
That's actually not true. That's actually flat out false. Okay? It depends. First of all, it depends on the government is actually interested in you, because the government by default is not interested in some rando who gets like 5K a year on average through illicit means or whatever. That's just not interesting unless that's like drug selling or whatever. You know, most governments do not care. Most governments care about, you know, a certain point. Most banks are giving okay. I'm pretty sure PayPal also has this, even though I don't know exactly about PayPal. But, oh, PayPal actually also has this, that they are reporting X amount of cash to governments now. But banks have this. Banks have this constantly. This is not a new thing. This has been happening since the dawn of banks, pretty much almost in the modern age. You probably remember this. But chances are, when you made your bank account, you got asked a very simple question. What is the average amount of money you're going to be depositing in this bank? And from what source it is? Are you working? You know, usually they typically already say working. And then you just say what's your average salary, roughly around. And that's it. They take it in. The moment your money that comes into your bank account starts drastically exceeding that amount, the bank just tells that to the government. That's it. If every month you're starting to get money donations with strange meaning notes, what are they called? Not meaning notes, but the reason why a transfer exists. The government starts reporting that to not the government, but the bank starts reporting that to the government. Oh yeah. And if a government truly wants to get you, money transactions not through banks, but through cold hard cash also don't work. And you know why they don't work? Because your registered income is 0, and yet you have a Bugatti. How did that Bugatti get there? You're making nothing. You're on life support, buddy. How did that Bugatti get there? Oh, you got gifted it? By who? Oh, you don't remember? Well, there's jail. Good luck. Yeah, no, this is completely incorrect.
Make money at some point and not have jobs.
Yeah.
That's the reality. That's the truth. Now,
Zaryu's totally right.
The easiest way that I was gonna say the easiest way that you can actually fool banks and governments because it's too much of a hustle to actually look into money transactions. I was gonna say what you need to write in the thing, but I'm actually not gonna say that. Yeah, that I probably should not say that. But yeah, there are things that you can write in for the reason for the money transfer. That the governments are gonna be like, okay, he's exceeding the limits, but this is too much of a hustle to look into because of the reason for the money being transferred in the first place. There are ways around this. Until the sum starts to exceed something and then they still look into it.
Also, a lot of them, or most of them, haven't done it in many years because Blizzard started cracking down. So I'm actually surprised Tozdito hasn't been banned.
Well, I don't think that a lot of them started cracking down at all. I actually disagree. I mean, I can't really... Actually, I don't know if I say I disagree because Zaryu knows it better than me. But I'm very skeptical about that because I think the reality is a lot of them that we all know don't need to do it anymore because they're already successful streamers. So that's...
Wait, actually... Wait. It just hit me. This part right here. Is Asmongold gonna go to jail? Is he gonna... Should we report him to the cops? Because here is a very clear admission that he is willingly participating participating in the drug trade or something like that. Yeah, you can't just say, hey, I think dark black money is going through me. You can't say that. If you suspect that, your obligation, without any question, is reporting that to the police. This is a very much actually unjokingly liable statement that he did right here.
From what I believe to be drug dealers.
You can't... Yeah, if you believe that your money is coming from drug dealers in any way, you're supposed to report that to the police. You're supposed to report that to the government. That's a liable statement. Asmongold's going to jail, boys. We just need to report him. Bruh, that's great. That's amazing.
It's just simply because of the fact that Blizzard, like, they're already making the money to begin with.
I'm gonna be honest.
I don't know. We skipped a part here, but that sentence was bad.
Because Blizzard started cracking down pretty well on this about, I don't know, like 10 years.
Yeah, don't people think crypto isn't taxable? Well, like, if you get paid in crypto, like, what happens, right? I don't actually even know how they handle it.
I also don't know. Crypto wasn't taxable, then they started taxing crypto? I don't have enough crypto to care about stuff like this.
Because, like, so, how many of you guys have, like a CPA or an accounting firm do your taxes? Have any of them told you, like, apparently now, if you're...
Wait, maybe that's Wait, what if a firm like that is popular in America?
Actually reporting, like, crypto gains, like, it's, like, a very high chance of getting in trouble. Like, that's what somebody told me. Is it, like, now they're starting to realize that, and they're starting to see what people are doing, and now it's, like, almost like a flag. And they were like, oh, thank God you're not buying and selling crypto, because if you were, then this would make things way more complicated. Yeah, I was likely to get an audit, probably. Well, I mean, probably not an audit unless you're making, like...
Oh, everyone's gonna use the word audit. By the way, still, it's just from the Muta Huddle and Cuddle Jobs videos. And the word audit is being used a lot. And still not a single person in I don't know how many videos has used the word audit correctly. Yeah. Sad world.
You know, $8 million or something like that. Not true, been doing it through a decade. I just used a tax person, no issue. Oh yeah, I'm sure it doesn't happen, but it's just like, at least from somebody that I talked to about it, they said that, like, doing any sort of, like, crypto reporting and, like, showing crypto gains puts your account at a higher risk of getting in trouble.
Years ago. So this seems...
So, What? He doesn't report crypto gains? I am willing to bet my left nut on the fact that he has crypto.
Seems like common 10 years ago. I'm actually shocked because Blizzard started cracking down pretty well on this about, I don't know, like 10 years ago. So this seems like common 10 years ago. I'm actually shocked he hasn't been banned.
It's because Blizzard doesn't give a shit. That's why. And Blizzard only cares if it makes them look bad. So yeah, other than that, it's whatever. There's a higher chance of an audit. Yeah, it's just that simple.
To be completely transparent, I didn't know people were still doing this. Well, BFA. This was,
I mean, to be fair, BFA was 3 years ago. Yeah, it was like 3 years ago we were in Shadowlands, because it was 2020, I remember, because we did the race tour.
Oh, actually 3 years ago, so this money is actually even more valuable then. Not bad.
First at like this exact time.
More buying power.
So yeah, I actually, I think that it's very common even now. I bet there's people that are selling carries. There are probably WoW streamers right now that sell carries. And the reason why is because it's hard to make money as a streamer in a lot of cases. Like, you have people...
Oh no, poor streamers. They got forced into the streaming business. They couldn't go and get a normal job. Poor streamers need to do these sort of things to make money. You don't understand it. Streamers have it so rough. You can't... They couldn't get a normal job. No, they need to do these carries and things because streamers don't make a lot of money.
People like Zaryu. Zaryu makes a great living. Zaryu is a tremendously successful streamer, and he will continue to be successful, and he's doing great. You know, for me, I'm doing great as well. But like a lot of these people, like if you go down and you look at, let me see if I can show... where's World of Warcraft? No, it's FIFA. I don't want to look at that. Like, if you're down here in, like, the 100s, the 175s, you know, the 68s, right? Like, this is... You're not making a lot of money here. Like, you're getting by. And hopefully...
How the fuck are you getting by with 70 viewers? You're not getting by. You're not making any money. Unless you're a girl. In which case, you're probably doing pretty well because of the sim donations.
You're getting by. So, like, look at this guy, right? For example, multi-rank 1 highest whirlwind monk in the world. This guy only has...
Well, yeah, the problem is that he's a whirlwind monk. So, there you go. No one wants that.
68 viewers. Like another rank 1 player down here, 64 viewers. This guy, 3,100, 59 viewers.
Wow.
These people are going to be the ones that are going to be the most likely to sell carries.
True.
It's just logical, isn't it? Because those are the people that are going to need the money. They probably have jobs besides streaming, though. I bet a lot of them don't, actually. Because, like, if you're being that competitive in the game, you have to invest a tremendous amount of time into it in order to be...
Not true. Some people are competitive at the top of the ladder and they don't need to invest that much time into it. Admittedly, it's rarer, but, you know, still.
That good. And if you're investing that much time into it, it's hard for you to have a job at the same time. Yeah, rank 1 job. I mean...
Dude, this is such a broken way to look at the world, honestly, you know? It really is, huh? Because it's like... He's saying this. So, what essentially Asmongold is saying here is, well... They're investing into being rank 1 in World of Warcraft so they don't have, so they can't get a job. Like, what is this? The correct answer is you shouldn't be investing in World of Warcraft in the first place. Get a job, loser. Like, dude, your rank 1 in World of Warcraft have 5 views on Twitch and probably they are your best friend and yourself 5 times over from different browsers. And what do you mean? Get a job, not rank 1. Dude, it's so messed up to say that, oh yeah, they're going for rank 1, they can't have jobs. Well, if they can't have jobs because they're rank 1, then they deserve to kind of die of starvation, not gonna lie.
I'm sure plenty of people that are rank 1 have a job. But, like, there's a very big difference between being rank 1 and being the highest rank 1 in the world. And streaming it.
BFA. When did Battle for Azeroth come out? When did BFA launch?
I think it was like, what, August or something like that?
Who knows?
In
Who
2018.
Cares?
Wow.
Yeah.
2018. Okay, so this was 5 years ago. I mean, when it launched.
Right.
But it was a 2-year expansion. So this was like 5 years ago.
Oh, it was 5 years ago, so this 100K bought him a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, maybe I'm out of the loop, but I think Blizzard's doing a pretty decent job at banning people doing this, so it's not super common anymore. But
I think the reason
there's literal websites that we have seen from these videos that just show it. That there are tons of websites that do this.
The reason why it's not as common is because less people care. It's not actually because Blizzard stopped doing it. It's because there are less people that are active on the PvP ladder. So there's less reason to do it. There's less people investing into it because there's a lower ceiling. There's a lower target market. Like if your target market, for example, is a $100,000 market cap, that's one thing. But if it's $10 million market cap, which market do you want to get into, right? I mean, obviously there's nuances to that, but in a general sense, you want to be playing in the biggest game possible because you can make the most money. Back in MoP, PvP carries were money. Well, they were money. They absolutely were.
Yeah, no, I mean, it doesn't, I mean, is there anything else to say here? It doesn't surprise me.
Also hard because less people, yeah.
It was very, very common like 10 years ago, right? Like 10 years ago.
So you're saying now the time to pay for, now is the time to pay for a boost while the demand isn't high? I don't know what the pricing is, but...
I don't know, but probably, yeah, because less people play World of Warcraft, so, you know, less competition to get someone to boost you. And, well, it's easier. Anyway, I think we're done here, boys. Or my mind is gonna melt a lot. Anyway, this was Quizzer Said. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.